What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to teach you the art of persuasion. More specifically, how to substitute selling with persuading. But before we dive in, a ton of hard work goes into making videos like this, so if you could, leave a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Now let's get back into it. I have to give credit to Jim Rohn, a businessman and mentor of Tony Robbins, for the principle that I'm about to share. So grab a pen and paper, because this is quite possibly one of the most fundamentally important and overlooked aspects of making sales on Instagram, social media, and in person. I see this all the time. People start a business, they're amped, they get on Instagram, and every post is about making a sale. And even worse, it's using traditional and awkward sales methods. Now, there's two things that are wrong with this. First is that if every post is about making a sale, then you're probably going to lose engagement and therefore reach, because nobody likes to feel like they're constantly a part of a marketing ploy. I'm all for having a call to action at the end of every single post, but some posts can just be value add, meaning that they can just purely be about educating people and bringing them value in your space. The second problem is they're not sharing enough stories. And by the way, I'm not talking about fictional tales or making stuff up.
What have you ever milked?
Cat?
A cat?
I milked a cat once.
I'm talking about sharing real life outcomes. Let me repeat, outcomes, in the form of powerful and relatable storytelling. Master storytelling and you'll never have to sell again. Let's face it, only a very small percentage of the population is going to buy your product or service simply because of its features. You might have some of those techies that do, but the majority are going to buy your product or service because of the outcome that it provides. So what does that mean? It means that we tell stories. We focus on positive testimonials from people that have had success using our programs, products, or services, and we tell their individual story. And why does that work? Well, because if my friend Susan over there, who used to be struggling with the same issue that I'm currently struggling with, achieves a relatable outcome that I desire using your protocol or your program, then a light bulb goes off. I now look at you as being credible because you have a track record of good results. I look at you as being trustworthy because someone I know or know of got results that I also desire using your program. And in many cases, you end up bypassing a lot of the initial barriers and hesitation and objections that a consumer might have when looking to buy, because it's difficult to dispute results. Let me use an example. Let's say I'm a weight loss specialist and someone comes to me very overweight and has been struggling for about 10 years now. Let's call this person Dave. So Dave comes to me because he's been seeing testimonials from people just like him, struggling with very, very similar issues and finding success with my programs. He can relate to those people and those stories, so he says, you know what, I'm ready to make a change. And Dave is pretty much already sold before we even speak, because every day I publish a new testimonial from someone who's exactly like him, a regular person who's tried dieting, but he's never really been able to stick to it. He's tired of the broccoli and the rice and chicken every single day. So after Dave joins my program, he drops about 20 pounds in the first few months. He sends me his before and after photos, and after giving me consent, I put them on Instagram. I then open with a statement like, in 60 days, Dave is down almost 25 pounds from my weight loss mastery program. When Dave came to me 2 months ago, he had been struggling with his weight for about 10 years. He had tried countless diets but could never seem to stick to them. He would drop 5 pounds and put on 5 pounds and could never seem to keep up the positive momentum. But after joining my weight loss mastery program, it seemed effortless. Dave now has a lot more energy to spend with his family, feels far more confident in his own skin, and his ability to stick to the program and see results moving forward. If you're in the same boat as Dave and you're tired of not being able to shed that stubborn body fat, then shoot me a DM or take my physique quiz, and let's get you back feeling more confident than ever. See how that feels more like a relatable story than a hard sell? Stop selling the features and start selling the benefits and the outcome. A person who absolutely crushes at this in the fitness industry is Greg O'Gallagher, who specializes in getting men into that Hollywood shape. He is a master at telling the client's story. So start telling stories and do this through testimonials. When you tell stories through testimonials, it becomes effortless because it's pretty much the client that's handing over the story on a silver platter. Worst case scenario, you ask them what their biggest struggles were and how your program helped overcome them. And if you don't have testimonials, then make people an offer that they can't refuse to get them to test the waters on your product or service and experience how amazing it is, so you actually have something to say. And you see this all the time when a new store opens up down the street, they have their grand opening and they have some enticing offer to get people through the doors so they can experience their service and tell their friends and get the ball rolling. If you don't have any testimonials just yet, then another way you can go is just tell your own experience and how you've transformed yourself using the principles that you teach. This is a great story to share, and it can be hugely, hugely powerful. An excellent example of someone who constantly leverages their own ability to get great results is Ben Patrick, who specializes in reversing knee pain. Each video I see of his mentions how he's had knee pain since he was 12 years old, had multiple surgeries where they told him he would never regain mobility again, let alone be able to play basketball. But now he has some of the most bulletproof knees in the world and can dunk a basketball like a champ, no problem. See how short and how powerful of a story that is? If you're talking to middle-aged people struggling to lose weight, tell stories on how you've helped middle-aged people lose weight. If you're talking to entrepreneurs struggling to turn a profit, tell stories of how you've helped entrepreneurs scale their businesses. Now, never make things up because you'll lose all credibility. Tell stories through your own experience and those from the people that you've helped. So in conclusion, how do you stop with the overselling but still make sales? Well, we master the art of persuasion. And how do you master the art of persuasion? Well, like Jim Rohn says, we do so through storytelling. All right, if you're looking for a step-by-step blueprint for how to grow your brand and generate influence on Instagram that removes all guesswork from the process, I highly recommend joining my program, Instagram Mastery. It's also currently 50% off for the first 50 people who join. I'll leave the link in the description below along with the promo code. I hope this helps, guys. I'll see you in the next video.